Social media personalities apologized to lawmakers on Friday as the House Tri-Committee continued its investigation into the spread of fake news. House members pressed controversial social media influencers during the hearing about the language they used to describe them online.
Hindi naman po kayo yung sinasabihan ko ng tanga, Mr. Chair.
Kaya
It was the process of distributing the up.
Tinatanong kita, kung saan mo kinuha ito? Sa news mo lang pala kinuha eh. Wala kang documents. You cannot even tell me if you're telling facts or truth.
Sir, nasa news po kasi na mag-uutang tayo.
My goodness, ibig mo sabihin, you're going to base your statement, tanga ang gobyerno, sa news na nabasa mo, Mr. Chair, and then you're telling me you're a journalist, and you're telling me that you're speaking the truth?
Mr. Chair, respectfully po, those are my feelings. Kasi binamigay natin yung pera sa APCAP.
Therefore, if that's your feeling, Mr. Chair, I demand that you apologize to this committee.
I will apologize, Mr. Chair, for my bad words or for... I apologize for my bad words, sir. I apologize for saying the word tanga in my post.
Another influencer was asked about her source and whether it was vetted after claiming that the victims of former President Duterte's bloody drug war were just part of a conspiracy.
Andre, yes or no? Remember, I am just asking you if you have the document or not under oath.
Of the family who reported?
Yeah.
None, sir.
Oh, none.
It's on the, like I said, it's a...
So none. You don't have.
Okay, sir. Next time po,
What's next time?
Next time po, bago po tayo magsulat ng mga ganon, kailangan kumuha po muna tayo ng mga dokumento under oath at hindi tayo basta magbabase sa sinasabi ng mainstream media.
The claims were also not taken lightly by the House Committee on Human Rights chairperson.
Pinasinungalingan mo kami. Pinasinungalingan mo ang mga victims. Now look, if you do not apologize right now, you listen.
Yes, Your Honor.
If you do not apologize, I am going to make a motion to hold you in contempt.
I apologize, sir. And tulad nga po ng sabi ko kanita, sa susunod po ay maghahanap na lang po muna tayo ng mga under oath. At okay, hindi po tayo magre-rely sa mga balita ng news.
Salamat po.
Okay po. Maliwanag po.
Veteran journalist Ellen Tordesillas agrees on creating a mechanism similar to the kapisanan ng mga broadcasters sa Pilipinas to combat fake news. She further explains,
although we do not fact-check opinions, we fact-check the basis of the opinions, which are, should be facts. You are entitled to your opinion, but you are not entitled to your facts.
Among those present, Presidential Communications Office Secretary Jay Ruiz saying that massive disinformation campaigns are not new, especially with foreign powers behind it.
In the Sabah issue in the 1960s, if you look at it, Sabah was owned by the Royal Sultanate of Sulu for a long time. The Malaysians were paying rent to the Philippines. We tried to get it and claim it as our own. But what did the Malaysians do to us? They pitted Filipinos against Filipinos. They supported a Muslim secessionist movement in the South using religion and race or against each other. Filipino Christians, Filipino Muslims fighting each other. So eventually, because they divided us and eventually conquered part of our territory, we lost Sabah. And the imagine if Sabah is like as rich as Mindanao, even probably richer than Mindanao. The Petronas Towers were built because of the minerals and properties of Sabah. It's happening again. This is happening, but now a foreign actor using fake news to destroy each other.
But netizens warned Ruiz to be cautious in assigning blame as it could reopen old wounds. The Joint Committee did not cite anyone in contempt but warned that those who snub the next hearing may face contempt and arrest orders. The committee set the next hearing for April 8. Zandro Ochona, Billionario News Channel.